Welcome to Class 10, entitled Processing Documents in Casemap. Last time we talked about gathering documents for our client in preparation for document production. Those steps precede what we're going to do today. So there's a flowchart at the Loyola Blackboard you can use to refresh your memory of how to do those steps. But briefly, as you recall, we talked about getting a bunch of different file formats and then taking those formats and constraining them all so that they become a PDF file, which we will then use to manage in Casemap. In general, we're going to work with PDFs in Casemap in three different folders: the Pleadings folder, the Documents folder, and finally Legal Research. But first let's talk about the Documents folder, since this is where we're going to be putting the documents that we gathered from our client or any other documents that we want to import into Casemap. Examples I'm going to show you today mostly involve the Flanders case. To perform the things we're going to do today in Casemap, you're also going to need a copy of Acrobat 9. You can download a copy of Acrobat 9 from the Adobe website, adobe.com/downloads. The first step is, obviously, to OCR the documents. So this is what we're going to do with the Flanders case. The first question may be, well, why OCR these documents? When we OCR documents, we do character recognition and allow the computer to figure out what words are present in the document. By doing this, we're able to search text within the document. Another advantage of OCRing the documents is that we're able to select text within the document to copy and paste. Finally, OCRing the document makes it easier to create the bookmarks that we'll need. So within Acrobat, here are the menu choices we're going to make in order to OCR the text. So this is a screenshot of the menu selections that you have to step through in order to OCR the document. As you see at the very end, what we're going to have to do is select the entire document, because that's what we want to do, is OCR the entire thing. And it takes about 10 seconds per page. So after you've made the final selection, you might want to go get a cup of coffee or something and let the computer finish up the OCR process. After OCRing the entire PDF, the next step is to bookmark each separate document within the PDF. The shortcut for this in Windows is Control-B. You're going to want to memorize this command. So now in the Flanders case, what we're going to do is go through the document, highlight text, and apply the shortcut to create bookmarks. First, within Acrobat, you're going to want to select the Select tool, which allows you to select text. Okay, so you may not be able to see this very well, but we're going to go up to the Tools menu and then choose the Select and Zoom menu. Then pick the Select tool. Once you've done that, you can highlight a passage of text and then choose Control-B, and you'll notice that it automatically creates a bookmark with the same name of the text that you just selected. So here we're just going to bop through the document, selecting text, hitting Control-B, and creating bookmarks that have those names. It's actually very easy. This is the easiest way to get through this process. And you can go through a document and create about 20 bookmarks in about a minute, which is pretty quick. So that's what you're going to do with the Flanders case, and also with any of the other documents that you're going to go through. Just follow this process. Very simple, very easy. Next, we're going to split up this big PDF into individual PDFs, splitting it by bookmark. Here are the menu choices, which we're going to cover in a screenshot in a second. Go to the Document menu and choose Split Document. Next, choose to split the document by top-level bookmarks. Then choose the Output options. If you want to send the resulting PDFs to a separate folder, you navigate to the folder that you want to send them to. Here we're going to send them to the Documents folder in Flanders. And lastly, you're going to choose to name the files according to the bookmark name. Click OK, then click OK here, and you're done. Now remember, we could send our PDFs to any one of three folders. We sent them to the Documents folder, but later on we'll talk about these other two. Now let's talk about importing the PDFs that we just output into Casemap. We're going to import them into the Documents table within Casemap. On the left panel in Casemap, you choose Document Previewer, then Import PDFs. Then you navigate to the folder that you're going to import the PDFs from, which in this case is the Flinders v. Mismo case and the Documents folder. This is where we output all of our individual PDFs. So we pick OK, click Next, tell Casemap that we want to send it to the Documents table, click Next, and click Next one more time. The next step, once they've been imported into Casemap, it's to Bates number the documents. In Document Previewer, we choose Bates Stamp PDFs. The next step is to tell Casemap which documents we want to Bates stamp. These are the documents we just imported, so we navigate back to the same folder, select the folder, and choose OK. So here we see the documents loaded into Casemap. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you check the Ignore Any Previously Bates Stamped Documents. And you leave that on by default. That way, in the future, if you come back to Bates Stamp again, Casemap will know to ignore the ones that have already been Bates stamped. Click Next. And now because this is a new case, we're going to choose Create New Bates Numbering Format. We don't have many documents, so we're going to choose the least number of documents to manage. We're going to start at number 1. We're not going to use any kind of prefix for now. Hit Next, and then fill in the case name, Flinders v. Mismo. Hit Next. It's going to give you a warning, telling you what it's doing. You hit Next, and it's going to load all the documents. One more warning telling you that you should have OCR'd the documents by now, which of course we've already done, so don't need to worry about that. And now we just hit Finish. Now we're going to re-import the documents into Casemap with the new information, which in this case is going to be the Bates numbers and so forth. So we're importing it into the document table again. We click Next. Now here we're going to pick to change the document name to the file name. So we want to name the full document name as the file name. Choose Next. And now it's going to import the Bates beginning number, Bates ending number, and so forth. Just keep hitting Next. And you'll see here when we go to the document table, all of the Bates numbers have been filled in with the document. Now you're going to need to go through and put in the dates, the author, the recipient, and so forth as part of your Casemap coding. You'll find that this is pretty easy to do. It just takes a little bit of time. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. So now let's import the pleadings using the same process that we just went through with the documents. So here we are in Casemap. We're going to choose to import PDFs. We're going to navigate to the folder where the PDFs are, which is the Flinders case and the document folder that contains the pleadings. We load all the pleadings in, hit Next. Then instead of importing to the document folder, we're going to choose to import it to the pleadings folder. Hit Next. Same process occurs as before. It's going to give us an import dialog. We say fine, click, and they're all loaded in. Now all of these documents have been linked into Casemap, and all we need to do is put in the dates and so forth. But we're able to now open the document within Casemap, and we have it tagged as a pleading in Casemap. So as I said, you need to finish coding the documents once you've imported them, which in the case of the document means filling the to, from field, the date, and so forth. Once you've done the coding, the basic coding, you're going to review the documents so that you can tag them and source them to facts that you're going to put in the fact table. As you recall, everything revolves around the fact table. So in Casemap, back in the document previewer, you're going to choose Review PDFs. This is going to bring up the document previewer wizard. If you had reviewed PDFs before, you could pick up from where you left off. But here we're going to start with the pleading, since that's really the first place to begin when you have a new case. So we're going to select Pleadings and then hit Next. So we're going to start by reviewing the complaint. So we'll change the view to make it better. And then we choose the text we want to send to Casemap, and we choose the Send to Textmap button. Then you'll notice that up here in the text selection it shows us what we selected. So we just clean that up a little bit and then copy it and paste it into the fact text section. So once we fix the formatting here, we can choose to send it to Casemap, and you'll notice that in the fact table it's been added, and we have new fact text that's been sourced to the complaint. Now the name Flinders isn't recognized by Casemap, so we're going to have to change that and say Flinders is an organization that you need to keep track of. So we're going to make that an object that Casemap keeps track of. So that's it for class 10. Next you're going to have a small assignment from Professor Cialino, and then the next class after that I will continue on with some more advanced features in Casemap.